Welcome back to us. And we're very happy to be here with you and to present this new accelerator session for businesses, B2B matchmaking, digital matchmaking. It's a test. I'm here with Einar Holte and Katrine Barth from Nordic Circular Hotspot. And we're so happy to be introducing this to businesses. I'm from Nordic Innovation. My name is Martha, and we are the innovation arm of the Nordic Council of Ministers. The Nordic Council of Ministers and the Prime Ministers in the Nordics, they decided on a vision to be the Nordics to be the most integrated and sustainable region in the world by 2030. This is the vision we work towards in Nordic Innovation. We work with value creation and entrepreneurship and innovation in Nordic companies. And then within the circular economy, this is so important to really get companies on board and to get companies to seek out solutions, use new business models, and showcase how we can transform our society into a more sustainable and circular one. For Nordic Innovation, competitiveness of the Nordic companies is our main aim, but a sustainable competitiveness. And we've worked with circular economy now for 4 years in the Nordics, trying to bring the Nordic region together, trying to create ecosystems, trying to kind of match people that should be matched. And this is also what Nordic Circular Hotspot is doing and will do. You will hear more about that. And we've spent around 50 million Norwegian kroners on this circular economy, building and trying to get all the actors in the Nordic to work together, to come up with new solutions, to really advance the region's circular economy journey. And we are the Nordic countries, the 5 Nordic countries are the 11th largest economy in the world. So we are quite powerful. We have quite, which also gives us kind of a duty to act. And also considering that we are quite not doing so well in the sustainable production and consumption United Nations Development Goals, the World Development Goals. So that means that we really have we really need to act, and this is what we're trying to do at Nordic Innovation as well. And just now that we are part of this large World Economic Conference, this World Circular Economy Conference, the Nordics are quite similar to Canada in a way, in the North America perhaps, that we are very highly educated, digitalized population, sparsely populated. We have very high digital competence in the Nordic, which makes us quite a good region for circular economy and circular economy business models. So I look forward to hearing all these wonderful companies that we have with us today. And I'll hand the word over to Katrine.
Thank you so much, Martha. It's a pleasure to be part of the Nordic Circular Agenda together. It's a pleasure being part of the 3rd day of World Circular Economy Forum. And in real time in Canada, we're in the morning, now in the afternoon in Scandinavia, really seeing how we work across nations, across time zones. And this is also an important day of the World Circular Economy Forum. 25 sessions of accelerated sessions. This is one of them. And this is the amazing energy coming out of the 3-day World Circular Economy Forum. This is truly a gift from the mother nation, Finland, that every 2nd year it lends out this conference or circular festival out to another region in the world. Last time it was in Japan, Yokohama, and from there the ripples started growing of knowledge and movements, people meeting. It's very much about matchmaking, both leadership, ideas, knowledge, and learnings. And always on the last day, we're going to the actions. How do we do this? We share and we care. And this is also about this matchmaking session today, meeting a number of companies pitching. I would say that it has been very inspiring to follow the journey and the agenda from Canada this year. First, it's inspiring because the Canadian region, it might in many ways inspire the Nordic region to stronger collaboration, as we see some challenges sometimes between a lot of independent Nordic nations, and now really seeing the need and wanting to collaborate more to fulfill the vision of becoming one of the most sustainable and integrated nations, regions in the world within 2030. So the topics that has been emphasized this year in Canada has also been very specific, and this is some kind of the filter that also today's pitching companies are asked to pitch through. So it's how can circular economy be one of the supporters to transition for the protecting the climate and biodiversity. It has also been very much emphasized on communication across sectors, silos, industries, and languages, basic languages, and the economic language. How do we actually now use and develop our communication skills in order to get the circular economy and their evangelists out of the church and out in the open to become mainstream? Also about how do we connect the nature resource, the mining industry, how the takeout industries in the linear world to transfer to circular economy, see how nature resources need to be protected and how circularity can be one of the solutions, how to actually provide tomorrow resources from circular economy. And fourth, agenda is the rural and remote communities, and that is also inspiring for the Nordic region. I don't know how many islands and how long coastline it is, but certainly seeing how well the Canadian agenda and the Canadian festival this year really open up to understand that most people actually do or live in periphery. How do we evolve new circular economy through the distributed way of living? And finally, which is also the grand idea, is it's how can we actually believe and provide global systems change, whether it's belief systems or accounting systems or scaling systems. It's really inspiring to invite the pitching companies today to try to filter the new business ideas, which will need to grow in tomorrow's business market, and see how circular economy is the solution maker. One last thing, which was a key learning, and it was very maybe the signature of the Canadian festival this year, has been in the opening session, both talking about leadership, and it is important with leadership. But it was very inspiring to see how Canada actually invited its First Nation, emphasizing, and I need to it was so inspiring to introduce the new word to economics, and that was indigenous economics. And it is about how our First Nation societies, which basically are in all parts of the world, are so important to connect our belief systems, our knowledge with nature knowledge, and see how we can together evolve a nature positive economy, which is maybe the tagline of circularity. So I'll finalize with quoting Jyrki Katainen, head of Sitra, which is really the generous host of this global festival. He says that now mainstreaming the circular economy is a necessity and it is an opportunity. The nature and all voices must be heard. And this year, 2021, is an important year for climate and diversity, and really empowering us all that regardless of COVID challenges, we really have moved far ahead, and we are in the time of systems change. So with these reflections of being part of this 3-day festival, it's so lovely to be in the Nordic Hub in Oslo to really invite the ball, let the pitching session, the matchmaking session begin.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine, Marte. It's a pleasure being here with you. I'm Einar. I'm also one of the managing partners of Nordic Circular Hotspot, and we are very happy to be hosting this matchmaking session with you guys. It's going to be fun. We need to just put in the context of where we are before we start the pitching session. The pitching session is somewhat a entertainment. What is really important today is that you guys connect with each other in this platform that we invited you to. We will go through a few of the technicals on that, but you should already now start looking into who's next to you on the networking structure. You should connect with people that looks of interest to connect to and ask for a meeting. We have almost 30 stands in our digital exhibitor stand on the exhibition floor. And you should go in and you should look at them and see which solutions that are presented. Because this is a test on a hybrid matchmaking structure where we are trying to make you guys connect with each other, cross seas, cross borders, cross sector and segments, and really help us accelerate the transition. Nordic Circular Hotspot is about acceleration. We want to accelerate the transition. We want to have a Nordic economy that is circular by 2030s. And we need to do that together with everyone. So before I start my small presentation, giving you the full context, I want to allow some of the participants that's going to pitch into the meeting and do a bit of the technicals. So this is a quite interesting setting where we are going to try to present to you some solutions. You will also be invited to give them a poll. And Marta, we have a prize for them.
Have a prize?
We can come back to that a little later. Do you want to know? Yeah?
Yes. Should I?
You can present it now while I'll allow the others to come into the pitching session.
That's a good idea. So what we wanted to do, because of course, what is important in a circular business model is to test, and the prize from Nordic Innovation for the winner, and you will will decide who the winner is, will be a kind of coaching sessions with a very highly specialized business consultant who can help you further develop and tweak your solution and your business model, help you test in the market. You will also have to do work, of course, but this is the prize. So kind of business coaching. Delivered also maybe by Verona Growth, which is one of Nordic Loop partners, which are really specialized in circular business model testing and developing in the market.
It's quite a nice prize.
It is a nice prize.
And it's a pleasure being here together because this is a hybrid session. So we've had a few days of actually physical meetings. We've been having strategy meetings, and we've been having your event just now, presenting the playbook for manufacturing, circular manufacturing in the Nordics from this studio. And now we have a bunch of people that are getting ready to pitch some of this solutions for us. So I'm going to take you to a small presentation of who we are in the Nordic Circular Hotspot, how we work with Nordic Innovation, why we are here as we are, and how we want to work together in the future. So I'm going to give that small presentation while everybody gets ready for their pitching. And you, as audience, continue to look for who you want to talk to and how you want to connect to them. So this looks like we're up and rolling. Welcome to the Circular B2B Market Matchmaking, a digital opportunity showcase event, accelerating sessions here at the World Circular Economy Forum. we have now just introduced ourselves pretty much. We don't need to do that again, but I'm very happy to be here on the stage with you guys. So quickly about the Nordic Circular Hotspot, which myself and Catherine is managing partners of. Catherine is one of the founders. I'll briefly mention that as I go through, but it's really about accelerating the transition of circular economy in the Nordics. And it is a partner-driven initiative. And we are so happy to be co-founded and a partner with you in Nordic Innovation, Marta, and you're a very important participant. So this is partners from all of the Nordics. We have Elin from Sweden, Marika Olanta from Business Finland, Bjarni from Circular Solutions in Iceland, myself and Catherine representing Natural State and Circularities in Norway. And we have Hrund and Harpa from Festa in Iceland. And we have Isabella and Kim from Lifestyle Design Cluster. And we also have our very good friend and partner from the Netherlands, to kind of bridge this, as the Holland Circular Hotspot was one of the inspirations. And we do know that Netherlands is quite far ahead, a bit like both Canada and the Nordics, which is now picking up. So it's a really interesting structure. And it started a few years ago with Catherine and Elin and some from Lifestyle Design Cluster meeting up in Holland, one of the front-running countries. And the last 3 years, it's been in a gradual involvement. And now we are here hosting this with you guys. So what we are here now is one of our this is a webinar, of course, and we've been doing several webinars, and we are really eager to invite you to this platform of where you are. And we're going to go a bit into this platform because this is how this works. As you've been already introduced, since you're watching this now, you've been to the lobby. And the lobby has two functions. It has the live wall and it has the networking. So this is where you're going to connect with all the others of this. And you can, of course, post posts and everything. And you can also see our presentation of last year's summit. I will come back to that, but the Nordic Circular Summit is one of our very important projects. And you have a digital stand floor. And on this digital stand floor, this is a screenshot from just a few minutes ago. We have over 30 companies have made now digital stands, which has receptions where you can connect and you can talk to them, chat with them, and you can plan further meetings. So after this session, it's very important that all of you go out to the lobby and go into the exhibitor floor and you connect and you look at all the solutions that is there. This is one of the ways we can work together on this. And this service or this platform is actually a Norwegian startup, My Own Event, that was started a couple of years ago. And we were one of the first clients of this when we chose this last year for our program, because of course, COVID made it quite difficult for us to meet physically. And it's a problem, of course, for every one of us. And we started working with this digital solution on how to make it possible to interact, to engage. So we are also going to do the poll, active poll with all of you in audience as deciding who is the winner of the pitch contest. And if I'm not mistaken, you've also been asked what of the main topics of World Circular Economy Forum is to your concern, and you are supposed, if things work now, to be matched with equal-minded and suggested to connect to. So this is interesting. And then we also have another digital tool that we have developed last year, which is the Nordic Circular Arena. And this is, we are partners, and Nordic Circular Hotspot is a partner program, but it's for the stakeholders. And this is a stakeholder platform that we launched in June, which is open for everyone. We are trying to accumulate all the know-how and the competence of circular and sustainable business solutions and market solutions in one place, the go-to place. And we want you to all participate in that. Find us at nordiccircularhotspot.org. You find the direction to nordiccirculararena.com. And there is the digital stakeholder platform. We're already almost 350 stakeholders that has participated over the summer. And there's several hundreds of Intel papers or playbooks or strategies and other interesting things to read there. And it's possible to connect just like here. Because this is really what this is about. This is something that we've been working on for the last year, and it's about connecting everybody in a joint venture. So our main projects that we're working now on together is exactly circularity being key for sustainability. And we made the Nordic Circular Partnership, of course, please also look on that, and also the Nordic Circular Arena. and we have the summit. And our summit is very important. This is somewhat a teaser for what is going to come to our summit. Our summit last year, we had the first one of 10, and we're going to try to have a gradually physically, of course, but now at least digital and maybe hybrid this year in Copenhagen, seminar and arena and point of meeting where you can all join. It's open and free. Last year we had the important topics of Nordic context. This was the first year, of course. And we had innovation and value creation. How do you work with circular innovation? And of course, circular leadership. We can tease you with this year's horizontal topics is going to be youth, the coming generations. We're going to talk about the new economical languages for sustainable and circular value creation. And we're going to talk about how we can decrease the barriers. Why is this not going as fast as it should?
Yes.
This transition. That's our main topics for the coming summit in November. And we are also working with, of course, the verticals of the market, which is the value chains, which is because it is really all about the value chains. So we will have special industry or segment oriented sessions in addition. So this is where it is. And it is really about collaboration is key for circularity, and circularity being key for sustainability. So that is where we are. This is the context of where we wanted everybody to pitch. We invited just 2 weeks ago participants to join the pitching competition. And it's really interesting to see that we got over 10 participants. We got 10 from the Nordics, which was the plan. We were going to showcase Nordic solutions for kind of global problems or to the world. We also got some so interesting international solutions that we have decided to have a small extra session in the end where we present global solutions for the Nordics. And I'm really hoping that everybody is now getting ready for joining the pitching session. And then I have to do a small entry point in the background here. And now we're going to have the pitching on communication circularity. So this is going to be interesting.
Yes, absolutely.
We're just going to go straight at it. So you have time to matchmate and meet afterwards. And it's going to be Annie Nimar, Alexander Alsom-Bau, and Junaid from Juni representing Nimar Circular Design, Biodesign Lab, and Share Kayak. So I hope you guys are ready. And if you are, you can put on your camera so we can just see that you're ready and see how this looks in the setting. There you are, all three of you. So I'm going to stop my screen a little bit and see if you are all with me. Annie, Junaid, and Alexander, very good. Please take off your sound. No, unmute yourself and say hi. So
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, all of you.
Excellent. That's you, Junaid. Annie, are you with us?
Yes, indeed. Here I am. Hello.
Very good. And Alexander, are you also with us with sound and picture?
I'm fully there.
Ah, perfect. Okay, so we are going to go through all the pitches and we're going to have a poll in the end. So please, everybody take notes, pay attention to what you like with it. This is the first group up. This is exciting because we haven't done this before, but I think it's going to work. So guys, you need to tell me to switch the slide because I have the slide on this computer, right? So I'm going to share screen again and then go over to presentation mode. And it's really all about you guys for 3 minutes each. Somebody will help me take the time. There we are. And we're going to go back to play mode. And first up is Nimar and Ikarikoski. And are you ready?
Yes.
Very good. Just say go when you want me to go.
Okay, we can go.
Excellent. Time is yours.
Yes. Hello, I'm Enni Karkoski from Nimar. I am the CEO of this company. Circular design is our focus, and of course, communicating circularity. And we focus on how to get organizations to recycle and then reduce waste, because there is this high amount of waste. We cannot ignore it, and we are not in a circular economy quite yet. So first, let's deal with the current waste and then move towards the circular economy. So you can go next, please. We're throwing 8 million tons of plastic is going into the oceans each year. This is a huge amount. We all know about this, and then it's becoming microplastic and just the amount. So next, please. At Nimar, so one of the actions that we have been making is we do ocean cleanup. This is not our main focus, but that is something that we're doing with companies, organizations, with volunteers. We have collected more than 5 tons of rubbish from the beach. Beaches around Europe, so we have focused on in Finland, and we have worked in Barcelona, have worked in different locations, Stockholm and also Austria. So collecting trash and then educating about it. So we also do workshops where we educate about how to be more respectful towards the environment, and then really collecting trash from the beach. And people actually pay a lot of attention to it, and they start doing it themselves. We got a lot of attention in Barcelona from this, because first there was lots of trash coming from, for example, from the discos, and just dumped in the beach, and nobody cared. And after a year, TV was there, newspaper was there, everybody was there and focused on this topic. So actually it gets a lot of focus, and this way we can communicate to everybody. So next, please. So this is one of our main focuses. We have designer recycling stations. We create circular design.
1 minute left.
Okay, circular design by award-winning designers such as Harri Koski and Andreu Carulla. We make it from sustainably sourced birch wood and recycled plastic, right? So the bags inside are made out of recycled plastic, and we use wood chips from side stream production of these big Finnish timber companies. Okay, so we really use recycled and sustainable materials to create circular design that is used in architect offices, different firms, museums and schools. Next, please. Okay, so we do not only recycle, we reduce and then measure the impact. So this is really important to help companies to become corporate leaders in recycling and circular economy.
Perfect, Enni. Then we are over time. I'm going to be a bit strict on the time in this sessions, but I think you were very little over, so it's fine. This is trying this out in a very cool way. Yes. So I'm going to continue through your last slides. I think you did an excellent job, Enni. First out.
Thank you.
Did it feel well? Okay, good. I'm very glad. So please, I think maybe I forgot to say, so when we've checked the cameras, everybody that's not speaking can turn off the camera till it's their turn. So Alexander, if you turn off yours, and then Enni, you can also turn off your camera, and you need to stay with us. And then, no, now it's Alexander. So Alexander, you are up next.
I'm there.
Yes, you're here. And I think you're on main stage now. Let me get my time going. Okay, so you let me know.
Yeah, action.
Excellent.
Thank you, Martin, for inviting us. Since a decade, our network, composed by designer, architect, researcher, industrial, we explored the circular value chain and their challenge and dynamics. Actually, along the path, we discovered powerful insight recently that for an optimal low-carbon material value chain, it has to be bio-based to qualify the circle, what kind of circle, and it has to be regionally sourced because we tackled the size of the circle. So it has to be a small one. Then we have to enhance transversal knowledge. So we created the Bioregion Institute to tackle it. And I am leading the research there. Next. So environmental friendliness for fossil-free society. Of course, we all know it's about resource processing and logistic, and mainly logistic. In Norway, we use above 3 million tons of plastic, and only 9% will be recycled ultimately. So that's why Bioorigin Institute work solely on exploring bio-waste and testing, qualifying, quantifying it, and developing new bio-based material for design and architecture field. Next. To enable that, we put at the core a tool and facilities. We call it the Biodesign Lab. It's gathering resource, knowledge, and people, because like you said, truly, it's all about people. So we activate that for the common good, and it's project driven. Next. For the bio part, we solely focus on bioregion raw materials. So we map our country in Norway, and for example, you can read, we have a lot of untapped and unused resource. It's a massive opportunity. And you just check the numbers, it's quite big. Our job now that we took as creative professionals that founded the Institute, is to craft resilient communities and cities with them. Next.
1 minute left.
For the design part, all is about collaboration, of course. So we encounter knowledge silos, like you mentioned earlier. So we enhance driven innovation to craft bioregional value chain. And we're also planning to make a bioregional mapping system leading to prototype biomaterials and delivering useful product. Next. As an independent research institution, of course, we seek collaboration like all of us, and that's why we're very happy to be here. And we want to create a community, and we call it the bioregioners. So we are going to conduct artistic and experimental development to industrial research. We are getting stronger, and we are very open to host new members. Next. And finally, to conclude, we open our institute, and so we're committed to bridge the gap between research, market, and we develop biomaterial and product services for green growth and transition towards a fossil-free society. We have a motto, it's called From Waste to Grace.
Perfect. Wow. Very good, Alexander, on time. Are you happy? I think it went very good.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Very good. Unite, Yuzani, are you with us?
Hello. Yes, I'm with you, but I think right now there is some issue with my camera.
Okay, but we can see your presentation, so everybody can see your presentation. So if you are comfortable with that, that is fine.
Yeah. So hi, my name is Junaid Jusani, and we really believe in the value of sharing existing resources.
Perfect. You start. Run on.
And sorry, I think I'm just stuck with something.
Are you ready? We can start you when you're ready.
Okay, just give me a minute, okay?
Yes, no problem. I think we can see you now.
Yes.
There you are. I have you on camera.
I'm back. Sorry, camera is back, so everything is good.
Excellent.
Okay. Thanks for waiting.
Then you go.
Yeah.
One, and we go.
Yeah. So hi, my name is Junaid Jusani, and I'm the founder of a concept called Share Kayak. And our vision is to make every existing resource more reusable. Next. Yeah. So here's a very funny thing. Like, this is not our first project that we were supposed to do. We built a platform last year for instant rental. And then we got some requests from local municipality. They say, hey, we have a beach, but there are no things available for instant fun activities like kayaking or.
Let's see how it works. So hi, my name is Daniel. I'm the CEO of Genex.
Oh,
Hi.
sorry, Daniel, you need to mute yourself. We're in the production here now.
Yeah,
So
I was like, oh,
please wait. Nice, go on.
Yeah, so this was a concept. Then we came up with this concept and we talked to local municipality. They said, yes, it's a very good idea. And then we run our first concept where we digitize kayaks. Go to the next slide. And over there, we talked to like 15 different municipalities. And I think everyone say, yes, it's a great idea. You should put some kayaks on our local beach. And it was a huge success. because here we were trying to validate 2 points. Number one, are people ready to do some instant fun on the beaches? And is it a good idea that people don't buy a kayak and they can just reuse what's available on the beach? And numbers were astonishing, and we get a lot of good feedback. Next. And now we have already got a lot of positive reviews from all over the world. And first, Share Kayak was just a platform only for us, but now it has become a Share Kayak marketplace where others can start their own kayak business for instant rentals. It can be start anywhere. And last week we launch our first Share Kayak self-service rental in America, and 5 more municipalities are already onboarded in America, and that's what we are doing right now. Next. How it works? It works very simple. Like there are QR codes on every kayak. People just download an app. They scan the QR code, pay for the rentals, have fun. Once they are back, they put the life jacket and paddles in the box and lock the kayak, and that's it.
Perfect.
This is like how it works, and that's it. And this is like our 2 models, like cell phone and franchise. And now we have talked to different people. Next year, our vision is to enable other people so they can start earning money by running their own self-service rentals anywhere in the world. And right now, like in Sweden, we have already talked to like 60 different small companies who have shown interest to run their own franchises in their own regions. So
Perfect.
our vision is local first and be global.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I gave you a little bit extra time because I forgot to give you 1 minute call, but it was very good.
And now we are done.
You're finished. This was excellent pitches, I would say. That was the topic for communication and circularity. Thank you so much, Yunai. It was really interesting. Now everybody take your notes. What do you feel, Marta? Is it on topic or good?
Yes, I think it's on topic, and
Very
I think it's they're very different, of course. But I think that they communicate circularity to a different audience in a very good way. So I think it was very on topic and very interesting pitches.
Very good. And you, Katrina? Well, I just reset the next room, and the quiz is going to go already. Thank you, everyone.
Well, I can admit I got goosebumps, and goosebumps is like a feeling when communication works. I will not reveal which one, but truly 3 very strong candidates. One with like a product model and service, one is a business concept and a service provider, and the third that I really see the tourism industry, the leisure, the ocean. So very different, well communicated, compelling, and we are solving hard facts, which is the number of trash that we waste.
Yes.
But they are all transforming to compelling products. And that's really the magical good communication.
Very good. Now I need to get the attention of the next group. That's going to be natural resources.
Yeah.
It's an extremely important topic. Göran, Antila, are you with us, or is this a video? We're showing a video. Since this was a bit last minute, we also allowed video pitches. So this is on me. I have to get that video to work somehow. And then the next one is also from New Cycle, which is from Finland. That's also video. And then, but Grin, Daniel Millet, are you with us? And Unite, can you please take away your camera? If you can take off your camera. Daniel, are you with us?
Yes, hi, I'm here.
Hi. Hi, Daniel. Very good. You're ready. And then we need Michael Curtis, loop front. Michael Curtis, are you ready with camera and sound? I can see you. I'm going to ask to unmute. Michael Curtis, are you with us? So if my assistant in the room here can try to get Michael Curtis into the stage, I will start those videos.
Yes.
And you are ready, Daniel, fully. So you can turn off your camera until it's your turn. And I'm going to continue the conversation, and somebody get Michael Curtis to attend this. So then we are going back to screen share. And I would say so far so good.
So far so good.
This
absolutely.
is very interesting. And now we're looking at natural resources. And now I have to get this to play. We're there. I'm going to continue this. Okay, this is interesting. This is where I have to be muted, and then I have to put on the video sound. So I'm going to go off, and then we have a video sound, and I can then put up my sound on this one, and we try this.
Hello, I'm Göran Antila from PR.
Okay, we're going to look at it in a smaller format, but that's fine.
Hello, I'm Göran Antila from PR Pulping. We help companies recycle different kind of paper and household waste with a simple, eco-friendly process that saves energy, time and money. The process is called SimplyOne since it's a much more uncomplicated process than other options on the market today. Some of the problems in today's equipment. The system for cleaning recycled paper that are used today in paper factories are very complex, consume a lot of energy. They are both expensive and unecological. Since the systems cannot process waste containing plastic well enough, the production line needs to be stopped regularly for cleaning the pulpers. This leads to a lot of wasted time and effort and disturbs the production process. The reject usually contains a lot of fibers, even up to 50%. The factory ends up losing a lot of fiber that could otherwise be utilized for the production. The SimplyOne solution. In our unique SimplyOne solution, one equipment does all necessary tasks in the pulping process. We have the pulping of the waste, high density cleaning, coarse screening, heavy reject removing, and reject washing. SimplyOne process is technically simple, so you save a lot of energy and maintenance costs. You can utilize all the fiber and keep the production line going non-stop, since there is no need to clean out plastic reject. Without SimplyOne, you need multiple different devices for every task. With SimplyOne, you only need one tubular tank for the whole process. This gives you a lot of more floor space and opportunity to increase your production capacity even further. Are you ready to take your business to the next level with an innovative solution that gives you both technical and financial advantage? Set up a matchmaking session with us. We are happy to help. Thank you.
Very good. That was an interesting video, and I hope this next video can play in full mode, but I'm not sure if it does. So, but we'll give it one more try, so it looks a bit better, but very interesting.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely on topic. So we try again, if we can get this to go.
Hi, my name is Natasha Vitasari, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here again at the World Circular Economy Forum. I'm the co-founder of Nusa Centaura, and we are pioneers in the development of circular waste solutions, both online and offline. Our team has over a decade experience in the circular economy, and together we have one goal: to mine the waste of today to build a cleaner tomorrow. Today, I'm here to tell you about NewCycle, our latest product. We're the world's first multi-stream waste offset service, and through our transparent and traceable certification system, we allow companies and individuals to take responsibility for their waste impact. But before we dig into how NewCycle works, what's the problem we're aiming to solve? Well, it's a pretty ambitious one: the global waste management crisis itself. What we've learned is that more than half of the problem in waste is in our conceptions around it. When we think about waste in a linear fashion, we aren't able to access the resource potential that still remains in these waste streams. This is why we've developed a waste offset model to fund and scale the most innovative circular waste management solutions today, not only solving our existing waste management crisis, but providing us with a whole new array of sustainable resources. Our network of vetted and verified waste conversion partners are taking waste out of the environment and using it as a feedstock to convert into new valuable materials like renewable fuel, insect proteins, bioresins, and compostable plastics, materials which can serve as an alternative for some of the most polluting industries today, from agriculture and construction to travel and fashion. There are 4 stages in the NewCycle waste to value loop: assess, offset, transform, and restore. Through this process, we calculate the waste impact diagnostic from our customer, give them their unique offset fee based on the amount and type of waste they're producing, and match their offset credits with one of our vetted waste conversion partner technologies to ensure that the equivalent of their waste impact is being removed from the environment. Since the public launch of NewCycle, March 2021, we can already see the growing demand for companies seeking to integrate more circular initiatives into their core business. We're collaborating with several major brands and have received awards and support from major tech competitions. We have individual customers with monthly subscriptions, traction from key market niches with major growth potential. Already you can see the NewCycle Waste Neutral label on choice consumer products. For example, you can buy a garment with the NewCycle label and the connected offset from a luxury Singapore fashion brand. Best of all, we're having a real impact now. NewCycle offsets have allowed our waste conversion partners to break ground and are transforming in real time thousands of kilograms of waste every day. Our aim is to have NewCycle as the global standard for waste neutral for industry and company players, build an engaging and connected brand for our B2C customers, and become the leader in the global waste offset market. Thank you.
Excellent. That went smooth, these films. Then Daniel Millet, are you with us? And have we got contact with Michael Curtis? Michael?
Yes,
Curtis?
hello.
Yes,
I'm here.
Michael, very good. So you will be up the last pitch in this bulk. We're talking about natural resources. And Daniel Millet from Grin, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Excellent. Then it's just about going.
Hi, everybody. My name is Daniel. I'm CTO and co-founder at Grin. Next, please. So this is the problem that we're all facing. Extraction of natural resources that are used to make products that are then turned into waste. We are an Oslo-based circular tech startup that was founded about 3 years ago around the simple realization that this linear way of thinking and doing business is unsustainable, especially when billions of more people are going to increase their consumption in the coming decades. We have no choice but to transition into a circular economy. To make this transition happen, we're going to need a lot of new technology, a lot of new infrastructure, and we're going to need efficient reverse logistics solutions lots of products are going to have to be returned and go back into the value chain. Next, please. That's why we in Green develop smart return and collection systems that help companies get their product back from consumers. A big problem for any company that is trying to implement a circular business model. Our mission is to accelerate the circular transition by using cutting-edge technology to enable flexible and affordable, efficient return solutions for any company that has a circular product they want back. Let me show you an example of that. Next. So this year, we developed a complete system for reusable takeaway packaging with local partners here in Oslo. Next. This pilot is still ongoing. This is a picture of our return box that we developed in downtown Oslo, outside one of the partner restaurants. There, restaurants customers can here return their reusable packaging in our box. Our sensors inside the box detect what has been returned. We can validate the return. The sensors also tell us when the box needs to be emptied. Next, please.
1 minute.
We have developed mobile apps for managing the digital money deposit transfer, paying deposits back straight into end users' bank accounts, motivating return behavior. Next, please. But our systems are applicable to a wide range of different products. Medical devices, for example. Around 5% of the world's CO2 emissions are from the healthcare sector. They are flooded with single-use products, exacerbated by the COVID pandemic. It's a mega trend also that more and more people are going to get access to more healthcare in the world. Next, please. So last year, we teamed up with Novo Nordisk and developed a prototype for a reverse vending machine for diabetes pens. And this year, we're partnered with a Janssen-led consortium, including well-known names such as Philips and TU Delft, to focus on e-waste within the healthcare sector. Next, please. We are tailoring our existing solutions for medical devices. Next, please.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So thank you for returning. Thank you for listening.
Very, very, very good. Perfect on time. Thank you, Daniel. Very good. Michael Curtis, Loopfront, are you with us now? Yeah, you have a camera and everything. Will you say hi?
Yes, hello everybody.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So then I'm gonna zero out my watch and you are ready to go when you say go.
Let's go. Yes, hello everybody. My name is Michael Curtis and I am the CEO of Loopfront. Loopfront is a technology company creating digital tools to help customers solve and become more circular in the way that they operate and operate their buildings. Next, please. And our main customer segment is working with real estate owners, both commercial and public, where we currently have customers who need solutions to be able to have better use, reuse of their inventory or of building materials. Our goal is to reduce waste. Next, please. So with our solution, we have both a registration and notification tool where all materials that are added into the Loopfront system by our customers, where they can analyze and cooperate with information to plan and execute reuse, repair, redesign of materials. Next, please. And that is because with the Circular Economy Action Plan, which is now implemented in EU from 2020, there is a much larger focus on the upper part of the waste pyramid, which is reducing waste, reusing, repairing, and recycling. And that is the goal of Loopfront, to help our customers achieve this. Next, please. In the last 18 months, or in the last period, we have helped one of our customers make big savings, both in terms of saving CO2, money, and also in terms of waste. And what's also nice to see is that after using the Loopfront platform, our customers have also increased their savings over time. Next, please.
1 minute.
At one particular location at this customer, they actually managed to reduce the amount of new purchases down to 98% using already what they have within their organization. And this was achieved with their own project leaders, their own staff. Next, please. And that is our goal, to solve big problems for our customers, both with surveying, reporting, better logistics, high use volume, and our ultimate goal, to reduce the need for needing expertise to work with circular economy, that we automatically come with information about CO2 savings, for example. Next, please. And just to say, working with the circular economy creates huge opportunities, so many possibilities. In Germany, we have these terrible floodings. We reached out to these municipalities in Germany, presented to them, and now they have a crisis solution for us to be able to help them reclaim materials. Next, please. And this is how the platform is looking. Next, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Perfect timing again. So I'm going to stop your clock. Very nice introduction. Natural resources are the group on topic. I'm going to go back into my computer a little bit. You have the discussion.
Well, I think it was very on topic. There were different solutions here, but very, very interesting solutions that I think can help the world by reducing both reducing waste and collecting it. So very, very interesting and very innovative companies.
I think.
Can I just ask a question before you start? So then next group is going to be Global Game Changers.
Aye.
And that is Lendangen Group from Denmark. Ditte, are you with us?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Then we've checked your sound and picture. You can turn off again. Birgit Lioden, are you with us from TOOL, the Ocean Opportunity Lab?
I am.
Excellent. Very good. And then again, X from Norway. As TOOL is also Norwegian. From Norway, Daniel Tabakarau, are you with us?
Yes, I am here.
Very good. So thank you. All get ready. Catherine, do you want to have a 1 minute comment on the last session, natural resources, before we start with Global Game Changers?
I think it's so cool to see how we are actually approaching a material revolution. There are endless opportunities to see how tomorrow's materials will look like, how we can count it, how we can measure it, and every one of these candidates really are so important in the new ecosystems to make alternatives from raw materials compelling and worthwhile. And what really was they're designed to scale, and what the one solution is taking one solution for one industry and saying, well, we can do this in the Medicare as well. So it's like this crossover and scaling ready, if I could say that. Very amazed by these suggestions.
Perfect. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Marte. Then we're going into Global Game Changers. First up is the Lendangen Group. So if the other two can shut off your camera. So Ditte is the only one with camera on. That would be ideal. And then it's Birgit that is ready after Ditte, and then it's Daniel last. So if you can turn off your camera, Birgit. So Ditte gets... Okay, I think, yeah, perfect. Okay, Ditte. Then I'm going to come to your presentation and put on my clock. Are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect.
I am ready. You can take to the next slide, because actually what I'm going to talk about today is our company Replastic, where we turn waste back to value by turning it into attractive products that we produce and sell at scale. And so by that, tackling the waste streams that no one else really wants, the composite plastics that would have otherwise been burned, and then instead turning them into new products, thus helping to decarbonize existing industry. Maybe take the next slide. Here are some of the products. You see a wide range of facade elements, chairs and tables, etc. We both produce ourselves. All of these here are our own production, but we also sell the material to other furniture manufacturers, etc. Having showcased that we can actually take this composite waste stream that no one else found of value and by utilizing design and engineering, turn it into desirable products that are actually sought after in the commercial markets. And next slide. So just one example, because of course this is all about recycling the sort of the lowest end of the waste streams, but we want to continuously work to do more and do better. So in this project with WePlastic, we also looked at how can we actually start looking at reuse and change our design from the start, and thus came up with this next project. If you change the slide. So this is the Danish pavilion at the Milan Design Fair. It was just last week, and essentially given the task of how to create a sustainable pavilion, knowing that a pavilion is up for a very short time. And so by taking our WePlastic material that was made out of the recycled waste streams, we created it into chairs. So first having a life as industrial waste, then as a pavilion, and then lastly, the pavilion being reused as the individual chairs. And next slide.
1 minute left.
This is just from the inside of the pavilion as well. And next slide. Just of course, where we want to go, we can leave that out for the next, and just take a look at. So we've shown that we can take waste back into value in a design setting within the Nordics and Europe, but we of course also want to take all of the knowledge that we have and make sure that the global problem of plastic also has global solutions. So if you saw the pavilion just before, that roofing was actually coming out of the waste streams that we had helped a refugee camp in Uganda turn the waste streams that they have floating around there and into actually elements that we could use for roofing, but also that they can use within the refugee camps, thus helping both remove their waste problem, but also their problem of fungi, etc., in their wooden construction, because they can only build temporarily. And next slide. Here's just some of the equipment we set up, because what we really find is that when we start looking and opening both our eyes, so many opportunities arises, and they don't all have to be very advanced. Actually, by just applying very simple low-tech solutions, we can deliver very fastly. And I'll leave it at that.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ditte. That is an amazing project. Then it's really a global game changer. And then we have another global game changer. Birgit Lioden, are you with us? With camera and also activate your camera if you can.
The host has stopped my camera, so I think the host needs to restart.
Sorry. I'll put on your camera again. Ask to start video.
Yay, there we go.
Sorry. Perfect. Then let me know when you are ready.
Well, I am ready. So I'm Birgit. I'm founder of the Ocean Opportunity Lab. Next, please. So we are on a mission to empower generation cleanup. We are a global ecosystem built by, with, and for entrepreneurs. Our aim is to support the evolution of emission and waste-free ocean industries through really optimizing the next generation's ability both of leading and creating the change, and enabling climate activists of today to become business activists. Next, please. So we believe that the ocean industries, they need to be completely emission-free and waste-free. And that when we build the new business models, exploring life below water, we need to do this in a way that regenerates life and resources in the ocean rather than taking the resources out. So we should always generate more life and resources than we take out. We also work very hard on bridging the generation gap. Enabling us as the generation bridge builder to help the next generation come in and take power, and pushing the older generation to open up and step aside. Next, please. Our favorite problem to work on is the resource gap, because we know that innovators and startups working on circular and sustainable solutions, they spend way too much of their funding, people and time chasing resources, even though the resources actually exist. So we thought, what if innovators could access a global ecosystem of enabling resources and technology right on time, built on a tech for good and paid forward culture, where we facilitate collaboration whilst providing corporate benefits and network? And what if this could enable the startups to free up the time and capacity that they today spend chasing the resource match, rather spending it on actually developing their solutions? Next, please. So we have built a global ecosystem where I'm going today to focus on the spawn. Next, please. So this is our matchmaking platform. It's the world's first interactive map of entrepreneurs and innovation capacities around the world. This also comes with some matchmaking capabilities. Next, please. So here you can find all type of resources, and you can also post your own resource needs. Next, please. And just to show you what we have on this platform today, here is a range of the type of opportunities and needs related to the entrepreneurs who resolve the sustainability challenges of our industries. So thank you.
Wow. Very good. Thank you so much for rushing that in. Excellent, Birgit. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, now I maybe went too far. No, this is some of your, is this still yours? Yeah, there. So yes. That was still yours. So there we are. Thank you, Birgit. Very good. Then you can take off your camera, and it's Daniel Tabakarau, yeah. Are you ready with camera and sound?
Yeah.
Ah, perfect. So when you want to say go, we go.
Yeah, we can just go. I'm excited to see which presentation you have on your computer. So yeah, we're GenX, and we're providing sustainability KPIs for investments and maintenance in existing real estate buildings. Next, I think you have the previous presentation. Here is the team. We have more than 80 years under the hood of experience. Next. And we're trying to tackle one of the biggest problems in circular economy, and namely is valuation, the uncovered, the covered value of materials that exist in the already used in the buildings. So next. What we're trying to do is to identify where the decision impact is the highest and the cost associated with the decision is quite low, to extend the life of the buildings. And next, yeah, is the wrong presentation, but that's totally fine. So what we're trying to do is to look at the buildings from to understand the buildings by using existing data. And by using machine learning, we create typologies and we develop new KPIs, a new set of KPIs that we provide to the building owners and the building investors to make them extend the life of their own buildings. So actually to avoid the waste and to if they have to finish to end the life of the buildings as they are today, they will have the possibility to 10 years beforehand to have an overview of the material content, the quality, the toxic materials, and so on. Next. We are doing this, that is a previous dashboard, but we are providing a SaaS platform that is focusing actually on 6 areas, which is the embedded carbon footprint in the buildings and the materials, the embedded energy and the associated energy with the building, but not in the maintenance part. The toxic materials, which is one of the biggest bottlenecks and the reasons why we have so many buildings being demolished. The material content, the valuation, the availability, and also predictive maintenance. And one of the important factors is the flexibility, how the buildings can be adapted, that instead of demolishing them, we are putting the data on the cost on adapting the buildings to new functions. Next. That is the next. Yes, so we have collaborated with Sintef, and now next we have a project with Mishta Daindom, which is an amazing pilot project that shows the potential in understanding the materials and the value. Next. Yeah, next. Thank you. It was the wrong presentation, but that's okay.
I have to say, I think you did marvelous, although it was the wrong presentation. I'm very sorry about that. It's the
My
presentation
mistake.
I've been given somehow by the design team or by the team. So it's some kind of confusion there. Maybe you sent two, and
yeah, it was my mistake. But thank you.
No problem. I think you did excellent. I think this was a very nice example of global game changers in the world of circular economy.
Yes, I think so too. And I think that it's quite, I would love to hear more about all these companies that we've heard about, but these are really, it's not only themselves and their own business they're thinking about, but it's really changing the world or changing.
It's interesting to see how they're intermediate in a way. And I would just want, yes.
Can I, before you comment, can I just ask if Paulina Zanella is with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Perfect. Then you can just get ready. You're up next on climate and biodiversity, and we go back to global game changers.
Quoting these sessions from Toronto and bringing them into this room now, when they say that, like, why do we focus on global systems change? And this is the enabling factors for transformations from new models of consumption, skilled workforce, who is going to do the job, and not to forget the finance technology, which is the means of scale up. I think we saw it all in these solutions, and it's not only about material matching, but human matching, and seeing how the human workforce also is part of the transition engine. Very inspiring, and see the enabling power in these pitches.
Yes.
It is very, very inspiring. I'm going to go to full mode here. And this is actually our last Nordic pitch. Climate and biodiversity. Paulina Zanella, are you ready?
I am ready.
Very good. So everybody needs to really start getting ready for doing the poll afterwards, or doing the voting.
The voting, yes.
The voting with a poll system.
Yes.
So please get ready to vote for your favorite, as Paulina Zanella will take us into the last one of the Nordic pitches. And then we will have a small but conversation while we wait for the results. And then we're really much looking forward to our final group, which is our internationals to the Nordics, which has both Canada, US, and the Netherlands represented. So Paulina Zanella, are you ready?
I am ready.
Very, very good. And you say go, and I say go.
Excellent. So first of all, hello from Mexico to everybody. I am Paulina, co-founder of Talazo. Talazo is a Mexican-Norwegian corporation with a circular blue economy approach. Our main objective is to harvest sargasso, an invasive seaweed that is threatening the Caribbean region. We turn this hazard into an opportunity through autonomous harvesting drones that can be remotely controlled from the beach or anywhere in the world, and a network of microbiorefineries that can turn the seaweed into several products that will improve our planet's health. Next. So the Caribbean coasts are being invaded. Climate change caused an unprecedented blooming of sargasso. 20 million tons of sargasso is drifting around the Atlantic and Caribbean Sea. And to put it into perspective, the area it covers equals the size of the United States. It threatens the economies, livelihoods, ecosystems by invading the beaches, killing marine life, and destroying businesses. Next. This is for you to picture. This is the same beach before the invasion. And next. This is the same beach with the sargasso present. Next, please. So we are developing a unique solution with the latest in autonomous aquatic technology. We will make sure to deliver a harvesting robot that is environmental and electric, can take on rough water conditions, can be remotely controlled and do not need a crew. It's economically sound, can take on necessary capacity, and it's easily scalable. Next. And to deliver a holistic solution to this challenge, we have piloted a micro biorefinery that can be established and replicated in short periods of time in the affected countries. This seaweed is super valuable and it's possible and products are many. So, and we also believe seaweeds play a significant role in solving many of the global challenges that we're facing right now. Next, please. Our target market begins in the Caribbean region, Mexico, the US, with the opportunity to expand to West Africa that it's also affected. Hotels, ports, marinas, governments are all suffering from sargasso invasion and have the need for accessible solutions to keep the coastlines clean. We will have many tons of biomass available. So microbiorefineries can transform sargasso into endless number of products with high value for pharmaceutical and cosmetic, food and other industries. I wanted to show here one of our supplements, but I don't think my camera is working, but we have our Fucoidan. And next, please. One of our focuses has been to build a solid and strong network with partners and potential clients. Next. We offer a service where we can harvest and charge per clean linear meter of beach. It has been done by governments and hotels. We can license the aqua drones to local operating partners, and we can transform the biomass into multiple high-value products. Thank you.
Perfect timing. Thank you. Your camera did work, Paulina. We saw you all the time, and we also saw your box of things. I think that was a perfect example of Nordic solution already bridging to the international market.
Yes, I think so. Absolutely.
And it was really on topic, climate and biodiversity. So we are going to go into the last phase of this.
You have some thoughts?
Yeah, of course. So please, Catherine, what was your comment on that session?
I think what we saw here now, both combining ocean technologies, the droning with the waste problem in the oceans and cross-nation collaboration. But what I really noticed was also how this is innovating on the business model with the multiple of revenue models. And I think that is so important when we enter the circular economy with collaboration and not competition. So how do we actually identify revenue models that really reward larger parts of the ecosystems and the new value chains? Also noticing that all the needed technologies are probably already invented. It's how we actually apply them to use and see the purposeful, meaningful applications that also this biodiversity picture showed us.
Yes.
This is very interesting. Okay, so now we're actually finished with the pitches from the Nordics, and we're going to have a voting. So if everybody sees their voting button, I think I need a signal from up in the room if the vote is now on the Nordic pitch solutions. The vote is on, so that's excellent. So you're going to have 2-3 minutes now to vote, and in the meantime, I'm really much looking forward to the next group, which is the internationals that goes to the Nordics, because this was, as we said in the beginning, it was a kind of a Nordic to the world thing.
So we're trying to showcase Nordic solutions to global challenges, right? So and this we hope that many people discovered these new and excellent possibilities and opportunities and solutions that are existing already, as you said. They are the solutions. Many of the solutions are here, and what is also so interesting, I think, is that these are circular by default and by design. They started circular, whereas you have. So perhaps we should match them with larger, more traditional companies and have them become more circular as well, together with these very innovative startups and companies.
Yes, it's really interesting. So while I'm waiting for the results, we're going to also prepare the next group. So internationals going to the Nordics, it's also quite a challenge. And I think these 3 solutions that is going to be showed after when we have the result are going to be very, very interesting. So I just want to check while we wait for the result for the Nordic pitches to ask if you are ready and with us. Simon Blakely.
Yes.
Very good. Ben Munkers, are you with me? Ben Munkers, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Excellent. And Noah Scholl, so from InChange. Are
Ready
you
to
with
go.
me?
Ready to go.
Very good. So I want you to participate in the pricing ceremony as the internationals to see this.
I think I would just remind how to vote, how to click, where to click on the screen in case for the usability of the voting system.
Yeah, that's very good. That's a very good
That is
idea.
a very good tip. This is why we have a back office handling these things. So how to vote. It is up to the right of the screen. There is now published a button which you can press and you can select of the Nordic pitches. So Ben, Simon and Noah, are you just put on your camera. So what do you think of what you have seen so far? Is there any potential in the Nordics for the world's, for the solutions?
Incredible. I mean, I just got to say, an excellent display of good thinking, sustainability, circularity, just on point with, and I've got a number of notes to get with folks because there's things they need to know about what's going on over here so that they can be connected and there's maybe perhaps mutual opportunity between them. So it's really a fascinating, excellent opportunity. Thank you.
That is amazing. And you are, Ben, you're representing the US here. And then we have Simon from Canada, the host nation of the World Circular Economy. Hi, what do you think of what you've seen?
Hi, yes. No, it's been a fantastic event, great pictures today. I just see so many parallels between, the geography and climate of Northern Ontario, where I'm based. And so it's really important that we learn these lessons internationally. So I'm honored to be here today.
We're very honored that you're all here today. And then from InChange, Noah Scholl, what do you think of what you've seen?
Yeah, thank you, Einar. Yeah, really great and inspiring. Especially, I knew some of them, like Landegra. I've been following since a few years, but also seeing some new ones. As you said, very powerful by being circular by design from the start, from the bottom up. But also these very scalable with huge impact solutions where you harvest something from the sea I didn't really even know about. It's really inspiring to see people are following these tracks on and fighting problems on different edges of our spectrum which we can influence. It's really good to see and yeah, inspiring. So curious to see who will make the top today.
Yeah, that's really interesting. We are also very curious, actually. So Martin, when you have your numbers ready, just let us know from behind here. We cannot see this, but I think it's been an amazing picture so far.
I think it's been amazing, and I really am so proud to showcase these Nordic solutions, and I would love to learn more about these companies.
I felt we could keep on like this for hours and hours and days and days. This is like, why do we have to go to make more politics, and why do we have to make more like speeches and all? Because this is actually how it is being done. And why don't just everybody do this? And secondly, you said, well, these are the small startups. And what surprises me now is why aren't those established who are stuck in linear risk with a lot of linear debt, they should really start getting ready for transformation or start transformation, because what we see now is pretty market-proof solutions. What these entrepreneurs probably meet is lots of resistance. So making this scale, I'm really empowered. And I think just by by storytelling, by sharing, we will see how this field is evolving, and it will evolve fast.
Excellent. I'm really looking forward to see the pitches from Ben and Simon and Noah afterwards. But now I'm also very interested to see who from the Nordics has kind of gotten this getting. And I'm getting told now that we have a winner, and I hope it's right. But so far, the audience has selected Thalasso to win. Thalasso are the winner of the audience. Paulina, are you with us?
Yes, I am super excited. Thank you so much.
Climate and biodiversity. Paulina, just stay with us for a little while before we jump into the international. You really represent a bridge company, Mexico and Norway, a massive problem, biodiversity kind of collapse, which is one of our maybe greatest threats today, nature collapsing around us. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you to the Nordic countries, your inspiration for this side of the world. You have outstanding reputation within the sustainability and the preservation of the ocean. So thank you for helping us solve this challenge.
And I think Catherine wants to say something as well. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I can only agree about the cross-nation collaboration. Really love that. Really curious when you are awarded as the audience winner of the Today Pitching. How far is this from we can see you doing the prototype, or how do you see Thalasso evolving now?
We just closed a little investment round and got some money to produce a prototype with Inventas in Norway. So we're very excited. I believe in 3 months we will have the prototype, and we already have the microbiorefinery pilot in Mexico. We want to expand that business model.
Wow. We're going to be watching the company.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for participating. And now about bridging, because now it's really about you three guys presenting these ideas that we can take back to the Nordics, and we will find some kind of very nice collaborative prize. We want to invite you in as partners. InChange is already partner, but we want to invite you as partners in Nordic Circular Hotspot, and we will spend some time on helping you access the Nordic market. All of you, as a great thank you for showcasing kind of the best of the US, the best of Canada, and the best of Netherlands within these different segments. We have categorized Rethink Green and Navigation as rural and remote communities within the structure. Simon Blakely from Canada, are you ready to give us a small pitch while everybody is kind of still connecting to each other and viewing this? We want to have your international perspective. Are you ready?
Do you mean to start presentation or just
no, first it's if you're ready to sound and picture. So I'm gonna go and share the screen so you are with us. And I must say this was a really interesting session. So we are here, remote and rural communities, and the international pitches for the Nordic market. Simon Blakely from Canada, the host. Okay, so you just give us your 3-minute pitch to show us what you're working with.
Okay. So thanks a lot. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge my presence today within the traditional territory of the Nipissing First Nation Anishinaabe peoples in the beautiful city of North Bay. My name is Simon Blakely, and I am the Program Director for Rethink Green. We are a not-for-profit environmental programs incubator based in Northern Ontario, Canada. We offer a variety of programs and services that are designed to help businesses, organizations, and communities become more sustainable. Today, I will focus on our flagship programs and share some best practice examples of how we are supporting the shift for a more circular economy. Next slide, please. Green Economy North is Northern Ontario's only membership-based sustainable business program. We equip businesses, not-for-profits, and the broader public sector with the knowledge, information, and tools they need to pivot and succeed in the green economy. We produce estimates of our members' annual greenhouse gases and support the development of action plans to both reduce their impact on the environment and achieve cost savings. We use video conferencing to engage businesses in a vast, sparsely populated area, equivalent in size to Western Europe. From a regional lens, we recognise the need to access natural resources, including rare earth metals and forestry-based products. We know this is required to support our national and global transition to a low-carbon future. From a circular economy perspective, we are working with our partners in the mining sector, supporting the development of more sustainable practices and networks throughout the value chain. We are working with municipalities and First Nations, offering support with sustainable procurement practices and identifying opportunities to introduce low-impact development solutions. We are also working with the agriculture, food, beverage, and hospitality industries to support increased waste diversion, recycling, and reuse. Next slide, please. Green Economy North serves as a hub within the wider Green Economy Canada network. As a designated hub, we guide our members through Green Economy Canada's milestone process. Number 1, get engaged. We talk data, emission sources, and the necessary first steps. 2 is measure your footprint. We conduct energy reviews and produce emissions inventory reports. 3 is set a target. We establish green teams, outline emission reduction goals and pathways, and commit to action plans. 4 is achieve results. Participants stay up to date with new best practices, information and resources, and we recognize success at our annual sustainability awards. To date, the Green Economy Canada network has engaged over 300 businesses, set more than 70 targets, and secured commitments to reduce more than 200,000 tons of greenhouse gases. Together, we're demonstrating that a more sustainable economy is possible. Next slide, please. Via our Smart Green Communities program, we produce 2 regional energy and emissions plans, including baseline energy emissions for 25 different communities on Manitoulin Island and the North Shore. We went beyond this to identify circular business practices. The study is complete and available to view on our website at www.rethinkgreen.ca. Next slide, please. Now to some examples of our work. Split Rail Brewing Co. is Manitoulin Island's first craft brewery. It launched to the public in 2015 with a selection of 100% Manitoulin Island brewed and packaged beers. More recently, Split Rail has expanded its product line, experimenting with craft sodas made from hawberries, which are said to have medicinal properties and are sourced from the island. Green Economy North supported Split Rail in accessing funding under the Government of Canada's Climate Action Plan.
Thank you, Simon, but now the time is up.
Okay.
That was really interesting. It's very nice to see how you work in Canada. And how is the engagement in Canada for circular economy and World Circular Economy Forum?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of talk among the networks that we're part of. So it's really been a great event, and we hope that you'll return here again another year.
Yeah, and I hope you have been able to connect with somebody in this arena and using the connectivity, and you are able to really connect to some of the guests today. And this is also everybody needs to connect to you so they can learn more about Canada. And then it's to US, Ben Munkers. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. You're with us. Excellent. Hi, Ben. Very good. Are you?
It's mostly about this video, so we're just gonna step out and watch the video.
Watch the video. Very good. I will do my best to play it accordingly.
Avigation is developing the future of unmanned flight, seeking to disrupt the drone market with new flight profiles and dynamic new ideas about what it means to fly a drone. Flying should not be based on our propeller speed, but must be based on our ability to meet the winds. Flight is meant to be owned by the birds of the air. So then, the Valkyrie will be. Wind-holding birds based on a new disruptive initiative to help protect the environment we all enjoy. Founded by Ben and Patricia Munkers, Avigation LLC is currently based in Eugene, Oregon, in the United States. We have produced engineering and computational results backing our work. We have developed partnerships with excellent business partners to start our work. In the consumer and prosumer market, DJI owns a 76% stake for small unmanned aerial vehicles. This Chinese drone maker has come under fire in the US based on a heightened sense of a need for security. This has created a disruption in a market with a 57.4% compound annual growth rate. Beyond our near-term consumer drone market approach, our development is focused on UAV applications, beginning with high-speed search and rescue. situational oversight, and wildland fire. Our primary development focus is the Hellbender, a high-velocity proven misting UAV launched from mountaintops to get to remote fires quickly before they reach a critical size. Circularity is in our very fiber. It is in every long-life airframe we build. Taking on the protection of our natural resources, we also expand new opportunities for small communities, reducing risk to human life and property. Avigation is also developing a new form of novel electric flight propulsion, based on insight Mr. Munkers gained from the development of the Hyperloop transportation system. Our world is burning, and this must be our focus. This is our home, our future. We must do something now. Avigation seeks qualified financial capital opportunities. Please reach out to start a conversation. Thank you.
Very good. Ben, are you with us? I think that was for 3.
Yep, here.
The film worked.
Yay!
It's very nice to see how you can work with saving the forests and working with this technology towards rural and remote communities. Would you say that these 2 represented the good perspectives on how you work with rural and remote communities?
Absolutely. And I think that they have some application here in the Nordics because we're also sparsely populated. We have these rural communities and a lot of them. And
I think I'm curious, but was there some footage from Norway or the Nordics in your movie, Ben?
Yes. Absolutely.
I think I saw that.
Every real shot of nature in there, of course, is Scandinavia. Absolutely beautiful, and you can't point a camera the wrong direction. There's just no way.
No, it's an interesting topic, and following also how the discussions in Toronto has been during the festival is that the challenges in rural areas are totally different from the challenges approaching circularity in urban areas. So one thing is mobility, one thing is just information, seeing what is going on the community based in Northern Ontario, seeing how transport, so it really requires different mindset. And I think both of these are great examples to that.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much. So everybody connect to Ben. He will tell you everything about circularity in the US. So this is North America's. And then we are back in Europe. Our last international pitch is Noah. Are you with us, Noah?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. And you are going to give us a pitch. I'm going to restart the sharing screen here. About chains, value chains, aren't you?
That's right. It's all about the value chain in what we do.
All about the value chains. It is the value chains of the world markets that needs to go from linear, non-sustainable, and short-term to circular, long-term, and sustainable, isn't it? So I'm very looking forward to see this. You say go when you say go.
Let's go. Thank you for that introduction. Couldn't have been better. It's all about the value chains. And if you go to the next slide, you can see that for us, it's also all about the learning. So less about the teaching, more about the learning. And to present that, a very Dutch, we are from the Netherlands, metaphor. How did you learn to ride a bicycle? Probably not by reading a definition, but you just got on the bike, probably with your parents, and you tried it out and you fell down a few times. And that's how you learned it. And you never forgot how to do it. Next. Here you can see a visual of that. But we try to do the same, but then in a safe context, because we develop business simulations. Next. And here you see our circular business simulation, where you have the challenge to transition a company, a virtual company, from linear to circular by taking decisions in 4 different departments. So you have, you always split up in teams. So it's a team-based experience. Where each person then takes on one department. One is the sales manager, one is the design manager, one is the finance manager, and one is the supply chain manager, and you take decisions to turn your company around by taking circular decisions. Next. What are those learning objectives in this learning experience we try to create? Well, first of all, show people that circularity is much more than recycling. So what are the different circular strategies? How can you put them into action? And how can you innovate your entire business model? Alignment is really key. So trying to get cross-functional collaboration across in this learning experience is one of our key ambitions. And the whole thing is really about trade-offs. So what do you do if you have different solutions in front of you? Which one do you pick to create a profitable and circular business? And also, how do you measure circularity? There we have worked with KPMG and the World Business Council for Sustainable Development to gamify that basically in a simulation. Next. And here you see just some of the decisions that we cover in the simulation. It's all about the value chain. So we start with the design of the product. We look at the financial part. So how do you deal with a product as a service business model? How do you get the financial capital? Yes. How do you measure circularity? I mentioned that before. The retailers. So how do you market your product? What do you sell and how do you capitalize circularity, but also, for example, long living product? And who do you work with in your value chain and how do you work with them? Next. So those were just a few decisions. Here you can see on this slide. Einar, you can just click next a few times. So we start from a linear starting point. We will go over then to different decisions such as maintenance next, refurbishment. You can move on. Remanufacturing. Oh, I see some mix up here, but that's no problem. So different circular strategies. And then in the end, what revenue model do you choose? And finally, you end up with the entire business model, which should be circular. And we do that at universities and at companies and with a partner network of delivery partners who can market that. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was perfect timing. Wow.
I had my stopwatch in front of me.
Coming prepared. I have to say that learning program of yours is really fascinating. I'm really fascinated by how you change everything when you start looking at the value chains and the impact of every value link, and to teach and learn us in the Nordics that in a good way and see it in global connection. I think it has a great potential in the Nordics and in the world. And we're so happy that you're a partner with Nordic Circular Hotspot, Noah, and I have joined our program. So we're so happy about this. And now we are going to go over to conversation mode because we want everybody to connect. We want you to go out and meet all these amazing participants. And I'm going to ask everybody now to put on your cameras. And we want audience to ask a little bit of Q&As, connect to your next man or woman in your networking, and go and see the stands. But for those who wants to ask us all questions or say hi, we have some managing partners there, Peter Michel from Nordic Circular Hotspot. Everybody can put on their camera and join in some kind of conversation while we simply have time to talk, time to meet, time to network.
Yes.
Marte, we're at the end of the session. We have 18 more minutes of our time together. What would you recommend to do, and how would you recommend to connect in best possible way?
Well, I think that they should all connect to each other, go and see who you should meet. I hope that some of you have, of course, followed us here, but many maybe are already communicating and having video meetings with others, but at least continue doing that. And I think that collaboration is really key. And if we can collaborate within the Nordics, but also Nordics global, that is, of course, a wonderful thing that we would like you to do. So continue your good work and go on. Let's go do this together.
Yes, everybody in the audience that saw something they love, contact them.
Yes.
Talk to them about the opportunities. Catherine, how would you like to end this session? I'll see if we get some Q&As. I'm not sure, but please, what do you think?
I think everything we've seen and listened to today is showcasing that nobody enters circularity alone. And we would never have been here if it wasn't for the first World Circular Economy Forum only 5 years ago. Really the speed, the acceleration, and the new kind of value set which is emerging. It's not only about telling, but showcasing. I would say only a decade ago, this would be unbelievable. Last what we saw also from Netherlands, which is truly not touched by regional issues as the two others, but being very much a crowded space with so many pioneers in the circular business maturity world. It is so important to see how can we learn across faster than the speed of light and the beat of the heart, because if you really are able now to connect ideas, whatever you do in Melbourne, you can use in Melbu in Norway, and this is really how we can transition our markets really, really fast.
Yes.
Yes, and then we have one question, and it's to the kayak company, but I think he has left. Are you with us, Joni? No, unfortunately, some of the pictures have left, but you can all, they were asking which material the kayak is made from. But the kayak project has a stand at the exhibitor floor.
Yes.
So go in there and ask the question to the stand host, the digital exhibitor stand at the exhibitor floor. So you can ask that afterwards. I would like to ask you, Peter Michel, our Nordic Circular Hotspot partner from the Netherlands. We were closing with a Dutch innovation and learning system. How have you seen this session so far, Peter Michel? And thank you for helping me out handling the whole waiting room here with all these amazing speakers.
Yeah, actually, Noah is from Luxembourg and based in the Netherlands.
Oh,
so we're very international today. Well, I don't know. I love that expression that Catherine said, that she had goosebumps, right? It's like, I don't know in what world we are living right now, but if this was the world in a microcosm, I am super positive and optimistic about the future of the planet and of mankind and of the cosmos. So yeah, I don't know. I feel very joyful today and very excited and pumped of everything that I've been hearing, including from Noah from the Netherlands and all the other presenters. It's awesome.
Very good. And I got an amazing question coming up here now. And I think all presenters should kind of unmic themselves and we can let I don't know how we should do this, but it's a question to all speakers. Which other company inspired you today? So I'm gonna ask one in each of one of you in how I see you on my screen today. So I think I'm gonna start with Daniel. So it's of course maybe not. It's a question that can come sudden on. But have you had time to see any others, and which others did inspire you, Daniel?
Me. There's two
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes. Yeah, it was you, Daniel. You, Millet. Sorry. It only says Daniel.
I think there's everything is inspiring. There's so many. It's difficult to compare. There's so many different projects and companies in here. But I actually think the kayaking was inspiring. And we see that. I mean, we started Green 3 years ago, and I think we were quite early with our sort of first solutions that we tried to market and working with companies and so forth. But I think only in these 3 years that so much has happened. And we see that this year is just every company in every sector is starting to be interested in circularity. And it's interesting to see this kayaking company, how they sort of, from this small idea in such a short time, just kind of exploded and have get these inquiries from all over the world. And I know that's happening to a lot of circular startups in Scandinavia. So it's very, I think that the train is leaving now for sort of circular startups. So just to jump on.
Very good. I couldn't agree more. Daniel Tabaraco, you're next in my slide. How do you feel about today, and what has been inspiring to you?
There were a lot of interesting solutions, but for me, it was really interesting to see new cycle and tool. I totally agree with what Daniel said, that there are a lot of circular economy approaches. But what is interesting is that we are seeing solutions that can work integrated. And that is to follow the entire chain of value chain. And I think that the key in circular economy is to avoid creating waste. We're focusing too much on how we reuse waste, but I think we should have even more focus on how to avoid creating waste.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting to see all these solutions that are covering parts of the entire chain. So the future is bright.
I'm glad you say so. But I think designing for circularity and designing for no waste is extremely important. So, Alex, do you want to, please, do you want to comment something on what you see today?
It was fun as an invite, Martin. Thanks a lot. Already new connections and LinkedIn popping up and so on. Hey, Noah, you rock it. And then, so it's nice because through you, we are connecting with like-minded people we would have not met otherwise. So I think that's the whole point. And behind this COVID thing and so on, things happen only when people meet. So I hope we will meet also physically around. I'm French, so I meet around only good wine and good food. So very welcome. And when it comes to sum it up, I think, yeah, from our side, we try to do our math. As I shared, we are a bunch of creative professionals trying to make a change. So we put our own practice on the side and created this institute to correct or to rebalance a bit what we created in the first place. And I think when we talk about circularity, I do enhance it has to be much smaller. It has to be bio-based, and we have to learn from nature and biomimicry. And I think we have to also tackle the growth, because to don't fall down into business as usual, because there is no point to have a circularity. It's always on scaling up. So altogether, I think we have to share some ethical frame in which, like, how much is enough to have a comfortable life. And last time I had a chat also with a political person here in Bergen, and I was happy that he was the only one who mentioned environmental migration, for example. And according to a last report, we will have 1.6 million people who will relocate soon. So that's why, Daniel, when you are working with architecture, resilience and flexibility and reuse, I think it's really crucial, because we have to define a growth to our development. We have to reboot all our value chain. And we have to, I think, host a lot of people who are going to come from south to north. And it will not be a threat, it will be an opportunity. And it will be, we have to invite them. So I think as a designer, it's a lot of challenge, and this is talking to all of us.
Yes. So very good points there, and how to create value in a degrowth market is really one of the big questions we have to answer. We need to add new values and other values. So it's really a mind shift.
Degrowth was the last Oslo Architecture Triennale theme, and that was a very good one.
Yeah, I also participated there, and it is a really important topic, and circular economy is one of the answers. I'm going to just ask the winner of the audience award today, just for a few thoughts, and then I want all of you that is in here today now, I want you to go out from this meeting, and then you've been chatting with each other and really connecting in our chat, and it's amazing to see, but I really want you to use the last 10 minutes to go out and in through the My Own Event platform, so people can connect with you there, because now you're on the stage, but you're not in the community. So please, if you can do that, and I will ask you, Paulina, to kind of give us a last food for thought before, and then really go out. host your stands and be a part of the connectivity that is happening out in the lobby,
Yes.
and or in the screen. So see it from the MyOnEvent platform, so people can ask you direct questions and connect to you guys, because I think they want to do that. So Paulina, just again, congratulations on today, and it's such an important topic. And what is your thoughts?
So I want to thank everybody. I want to tell you something. Some weeks ago, the United Nations launched this report that we got to a point of no return. I don't believe that. I believe seaweeds will save the world on one hand. And then when I see all these inspiring circular projects, I'm quite sure we still have the decision in our hands. So thank you for all the inspiration, for the connections, and for hosting this amazing event.
It is really our pleasure to have all of you here. And now, please, all participants, go out and re-enter the MyOnEvent. And we will have a small closing comment here while everybody goes out and connects.
Yes.
Because this is really what it is about.
It is.
It is about connection. And for our sake, from Nordic Circular Hotspot, we want to, of course, re-invite you all to connect at the summit on the 24th and 25th. This has been a test. This has been first time we try this out, and we are very happy to have feedback, of course, from all participants on what was good and what was not.
Yes.
Please also write it in the chat and everything, and or send us emails. But we are going to try to do something like this again, because I think it was amazing to see these solutions.
Yes, it's amazing to see the solutions, and of course to be an intermediary between other actors, so that they can connect, and so that they can come up with new ideas and move the world forward.
Yeah, it is extremely important.
Yes.
Catherine, what is your thoughts on today's
Well,
solutions?
Everyone working with circular economy just to get used to testing, experimenting, and exploring. Nobody will become experts within this field without just doing it. Having the digital high-skilled global audience now with a hybrid workarounds, this is a cool test for the large first Nordic Summit. Will be live broadcasted and digitally also hybrid. So I will also quote Jyrki Katainen. It's really happening now. It's scaling. We're going from growth to ecosystems, and it's really happening fast. So many places during our 24-hour day and night now who has been onboarded these great ideas. Would you know how many who has been with us? It was like 700 assigned to this session.
This session, it was approximately 700 assigned, yes.
And we imagine
had
if one
more pitchers that wanted to
person-
pitch, we couldn't take in more. So that's amazing. And we had over 30 stands showcasing solutions, methodology, thoughtfulness on new value creation. So that's digital scaling.
So it was lovely to listen to Alexandre doing Biobase in Bergen, and it's so far to go by train, but we are so close, the same way we think. It's so lovely to listen and learn. And I really think now that if everything we do like this is just to provide one new idea and one tool to action, this is, as Paulina also said, then it's about doing it. So I really truly believe that this connected world that we are training on, of course, if we didn't do anything wrong or didn't do a mistake now, we didn't actually test or try. So we could reverse the experience.
Yes. I think that is where we will go in for a landing.
Yes.
I want to go out and join the community in our lobby.
Yes.
Our Nordic Circular Hotspot and Nordic Innovation lobby. I want to go and see the stands. And these are going to be open. They're not closed. This is forever. So all the stands will be available. You can go in, you can reconnect. And this is also where we show all our seasonal events. And this is why I'm so happy that we could collaborate on this session together, Marte. And have our fall with World Circular Economy Forum accelerated sessions with the B2B matching and testing this out.
Yes. And I think that is really good.
Yeah. And this is available at all times. And this is also where we will have the digital part of the Nordic Circular Summit. So really reconnect everyone. Are you going to join me out in the digital lobby?
I'll
Catherine?
join you out in the hall. That's like the coolest part of the conference is all the talking and walking.
Yes.
But I really want also to really say thank you for the main host tonight, which is Nordic Innovation. It's not every entrepreneur or any startup working along in the circular economy knows that all the collaboration it takes. It also is kind of resource, it's time, but also having this innovation instrument that really nurtures and trains our collaborational muscles. It is so nice to have a supportive system as the Nordic Innovation that is actually made for making the circularity being collaborative. So thanks a lot for putting the matchmaking on the third day of World Circular Economy Forum this year. I'm so sure that we will see multiple outcomes of what we saw today now.
Yes.
Yes, and thank you for helping us collaborating in the Nordics.
Yes.
Because there is 5 different countries, and without your help, the Nordics cannot be a joint circular and sustainable market.
No, and that's what we hope for.
Yeah.
And thank you to both of you for helping me host this, or to actually hosting it for me. That's really great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you to the audience. I hope you can go out, visit the booths, visit the stands, connect with each other, and we will re-enter and see what people have been doing in there. Thank you. And
Thank you.
goodbye from the Oslo Nordic studio.
Yes, goodbye.